GCC stock markets decline in September, mirroring global markets, and the pound edges higher as Britain makes a U-turn on its controversial tax cuts. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Irma. GCC stock markets declined in September on concerns over the global economy, rising inflation, and lower oil prices. Kuwait Financial Center analysis reveals markets across the region mirrored global markets, with the S&P GCC Composite Index slipping by 7%. Saudi Arabia's market lost 7.1% and Qatar's 5.4%. Dubai's market fell by 3%, while the Abu Dhabi market dropped 1.3%. The pound is edging up on news Britain will reverse plans to cut the highest rate of income tax. Britain's beleaguered finance minister announced a dramatic U-turn on a tax cut today that's bombed with the markets, electorate, and his party. Taking to Twitter, Kwarteng wrote, "We get it and we have listened," announcing that he would no longer be scrapping the 45% income tax paid by the highest earners. Meanwhile, he refused to rule out cuts to spending and benefits in the middle of Britain's worst cost of living crisis in generations. Gas has now stopped leaking from the Nord Stream 1 pipeline, but it's still visible over Nord Stream 2, according to the Swedish Coast Guard. A total of 4 leaks were discovered last month on Nord Stream 1 and 2 in the Baltic Sea near Denmark and Sweden. Today, the Kremlin said the U.S. increased prices and sales of LNG after the gas leaks. Last week, Russia blamed the U.S. for blowing up the pipelines, an accusation dismissed by the White House. Credit Suisse and Citigroup are the latest brokerages to cut their 2022 year-end targets for the S&P 500 as U.S. equity markets bear the heat of aggressive interest rate hikes to bring down inflation. Credit Suisse cut its target by 10% to 3,850 points today, citing the impact of rising interest rates and slowing economic growth on third-quarter earnings. Citigroup trimmed its year-end target by a more modest 4% to 4,000 points. The S&P 500 has shed about 25.6% from its all-time peak hit in January. Hong Kong's flailing stock market plummeted to its lowest point in more than a decade today as fears for China's economy deepens. The Hang Seng Index shed 0.83% to close at 17,000 points. But crucially, it dropped below the 17,000 level this afternoon for the first time since 2011 in the aftermath of the global financial crash and during the Eurozone debt crisis. The Hang Seng Index has lost more than 25% so far this year. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest loser today is Indian infrastructure tycoon Gautam Adani, down a whopping $9.5 billion this afternoon with net wealth of $127.5 billion. Our second biggest loser today is LVMH's Bernard Arnault, down $2.3 billion with net wealth of $142.6 billion. And our third place loser is L'Oreal's François Bettencourt-Meyers, down $1.1 billion with net wealth of $64.3 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. Insurers are bracing for a hit of up to $57 billion as they assess the damage to onshore property from Hurricane Ian. Risk modeling firm Verisk says the industry projection includes estimated wind, storm surge, and inland flood losses resulting from Ian's landfills in both Florida and South Carolina. The estimate doesn't include losses to the National Flood Insurance Program and any potential litigation that could lead to a total insured industry loss of $60 billion. A Taiwanese technology company has teamed up with the island's metro operator to grow organic vegetables inside underground stations to utilize vacant spaces and boost sustainability. The vegetables then go directly into salads and lunch boxes sold to commuters at a nearby takeout stall where business is brisk. The 40-square-meter Metro Fresh hydroponic farm grows lettuce under LED lighting in a sterile environment to eliminate use of pesticides and herbicides. I'm Irma. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.